Crime scene documentation. It won't take long for you to realize that the study of forensic science will take more than a one-semester course. In this class, we'll start with the documentation of a crime scene, which is the first step in any investigation. Then we will learn about collecting evidence. While we are examining the evidence, we will learn the science behind forensic science in the different areas. The first officer on the scene should secure the area after anyone needing medical assistance has been tended to. Also, the perpetrator of the crime should be arrested, if of course the perpetrator is there. Isolating the scene is not always an easy task. Reporters, neighbors, and curiosity seekers may damage valuable evidence, so that first responding officer has to really work at it. Often investigators only have a limited time to document a scene. There are 3 methods that are used, and of course you're familiar with these from TV. There's photographs, there's sketches, and there's notes. When taking photographs, make sure that the entire area is included and all the adjacent areas. Photographs should be taken from different angles, and this is very important because different angles show us different things about a crime scene. Close-up photographs of injuries and weapons are very important, and if the crime involves a body, the area beneath the body should be photographed. At the end of this class, as a final project, you will look closely at some crime scene photographs and take notes on them. You might want to practice doing a sketch, but it will not be required. Sketches are done after photographs are completed. The rough sketch is done at the scene, and the rough sketch should include accurate dimensions. All items in the sketch should be designated by a letter that corresponds to a legend at the bottom of the sketch. Of course, we have to use a legend because if we tried to label everything in a sketch, it would become much too crowded and we wouldn't be able to follow it. Now, as far as accurate dimensions, if you've seen the movie, maybe The Bone Collector, in that movie, there is a scene where the investigator sees a piece of evidence and he doesn't have anything to measure it with, so he lays a dollar bill down next to it. He used that because it is a dimension that we all know. This is an example of a crime scene sketch, and it looks pretty detailed. And of course, it is very detailed, and that's important. The finished sketch is completed by a skilled individual using templates and drafting tools, and that's why that sketch just now looked so very detailed. The tools of technology, such as CAD, which is computer-aided design, may be used. If you are someone that is interested in CAD, this might be an area for you. This is an example of a sketch done by a student in a previous section of this class. This student has done a very detailed sketch. This was great. And here's another example of a sketch done by a different student. Do you see the difference between these two sketches? Do you really think this sketch would be helpful to someone documenting a crime scene to maybe reconstruct the scene? I don't think so. The other one would have been, but this one wouldn't be. So you're not an artist. You just do a rough sketch at the scene, and don't forget detailed notes should accompany the sketch. The finished sketch will be done later by a more skilled individual, so don't worry. Again, if you are an artist, maybe you'll want to be the skilled individual doing the sketches later. Notes are very important. They should be detailed and accurate because it might be years before a case comes to trial. Most of us can't remember clearly enough for a trial, especially when there have been many other crime scenes before the evidence from a particular scene is used in a trial. In my case, sometimes I can't even remember from one day to the next. It might seem like there isn't much to do in this unit, but the websites are packed with information. Be sure to take good notes on the readings because this information forms the foundation of forensic investigation.